a la gente del norte del país. Orange Walk Pueblo, Orange Walk Aldeas, Corozal Pueblo y Aldeas. Y también más allá de nuestras fronteras. Y orgullosamente también estamos en cable. Canal 62 Nortevisión. Y se ve desde Corozal hasta Punta Gorda, desde Benque hasta San Pedro. Good morning, muy buenos días todos. Nos es un gran gusto escuchar que nuestra gente del norte nos ve en San Pedro. Muy buenos días. Y que también tenemos una audiencia bien fuerte en el oeste, en San Ignacio, en la ciudad de Belice, en San José Socots, obviamente también en Orange Walk y Corozal. Muy buenos días todos. Como dije en un principio, felicidades a todos. Clave a este bienestar es el respeto a la propiedad ajena, al derecho ajeno. Es clave a esta paz que andamos buscando, esta felicidad, porque el momento cuando ya sentimos que alguien nos está robando, picando ese respeto, entonces que nos está robando esto, que nos están tratando mal, que algo por el estilo, que indica falta de respeto, es cuando nos rebelamos. Y es cuando empiezan los pleitos. Obviamente es una de las razones. Pero tratemos de respetar a la propiedad ajena, al derecho ajeno. Es una de las cosas más importantes de este mundo. Como dijo un individuo, el respeto al derecho ajeno es el comienzo de la paz. Buenos días, compañeros todos. Como siempre, vamos a empezar este programa como lo hemos hecho por los últimos 4 años, 11 meses y un día, con una oración. Porque, en mi parecer, es lo correcto para hacer, especialmente puesto que hoy es el primer show para el año, cuando necesitamos enfocarnos más, cuando tenemos que pedirle a nuestro Señor por su ayuda. Obviamente estamos quedando más viejos, más grandes dirían las personas, no viejos. Pero de todas formas u otras, nuestros problemas incrementan, si es que no nos sabemos cuidar. Así que es correcto temprano en la mañana darle las gracias por todas las bendiciones que recibimos. Y también de pedirle a nuestro Creador que nos guíe y que nos diga cómo ir adelante. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas. Perdón. Pues Padre, yo reconozco que tú eres el creador de este universo y que tú le das propósito a la vida, le pones orden a la vida y que, por cierto, debemos de alabarte, debemos de glorificarte y seguir tus mandamientos. Nosotros en torno debemos de amar a nuestro prójimo, compartir con nuestro prójimo, pero muchas veces el egoísmo nos toma cargo y no compartimos. Permítenos, Padre, aprender a ser más dativos, más generosos, más amorosos, más sensibles de las necesidades de otras personas, sin tener que una persona pedirlo, estrechar la mano y decir, ven, te voy a dar esto, yo sé que tienes hambre. Padre, permítenos hoy también tener más fe, creer y creer. Te pido como siempre, Padre, por los enfermos, cúranos, sánanos, por los niños desamparados, por los viejitos abandonados. También te pido por todos nosotros que tengamos éxito en lo que hagamos. Padre, te bendecimos, te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning. If you just joined us, it's exactly 10 minutes after 7. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. This is a brand new year, 2020. And unfortunately, I don't join the list of people who won that 2020 that jackpot. Although I know of a lot of people who won, and God bless them. I'm so glad for them. I wish I would have been one of them. I'm sorry. And well, a little money was spent over the new year, a little bit more than I think that would normally have been spent. Obviously, thanks to that input that came in to the people from lottery winnings. So, hey, save it. Don't misspend it. Let's go now to the forecast, to the general weather forecast for today, Thursday, the 2nd of January. And if I have news for you, today is going to be generally fair and warm, and that's going to prevail. Those conditions are going to prevail over the area. For this next 24 hours, we're going to be seeing skies that will be mostly sunny today. Partly cloudy tonight, little or no rainfall is expected. I beg your pardon. The winds blowing from the east-southeast, 10 to 20 knots. The sea stay choppy to moderate. Temperatures, 86 as a high, 80 as a low along the coast. Inland, 88 as a high and 74 as a low. Inland, that's inland. And in the hills, 80 degrees as a high and 66 as a low. I'm getting different readings. I'm getting from the very National Meteorological Station Service readings that here in San Esteban it went down to 65 degrees, and Towa Hill went down to 64 degrees. Benque was at 67 and Benopan was at 67. I did my little research, but that was last night. Okay? It's going to get progressively warmer. There are no advisories up until Saturday or Sunday. The outlook for Friday and Friday night is for continuing fair and warm weather during the day, and a chance of a shower or isolated thunderstorm, mostly over the south and offshore during the night. Let me then quick tell you that on Saturday, we're going to be, let me tell you, Friday we're going to be having winds from the southeast. On Saturday, it's going to be changing all of a sudden to the north-northwest, from the north-northwest. On Sunday, there's going to be a drop in temperature. Inland areas will only be seeing 60 degrees or below, and on Monday, even lower. We're going to be going in the 50s. So next week, don't put up your blankets or anything like that. It's just beginning. Next week it's going to be pretty cool, pretty cool. Going back to the forecast, the sun rose this morning at 6:23, and the sun is setting at 5:30, and the moon is rising today at 11:41 and is setting at 11:58 tonight. Thank you, Forecast Angelia Guy. Buenos días. ¿Cómo se encuentran? Hoy es el primer día de trabajo para el año 2020 y lo digo y no lo creo que, pues puchica, qué suerte de haber jugado 2020 justo al final del año 2019. Tanta gente ganó que el chino se oyó gritar hasta por mi casa. La situación general, buen tiempo y tiempo caluroso estaremos viendo hoy, y eso estaremos viendo por un par de días. Para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado hoy, parcialmente nublado por la noche, poco o nada de lluvia. Los vientos del este-sudeste 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar agitado moderado. Temperaturas por la costa 86 como una máxima, 80 como una mínima. En el interior 88 como una máxima y 74 como una mínima. 74 me parece bastante alto para que estemos en enero. Por las colinas 80 como una máxima y 66. Como dije, chequé también, porque lo veo noto raro, chequé también las estaciones meteorológicas en el área y quién reportó cuánto. Y Tower Hill reportó 64 grados, San Esteban 65 y esas fueron temperaturas bajas para la noche. Esta temperatura, me imagino, es para el curso del día, para esta mañana. Por las colinas 80 con una máxima, 66 con una mínima. No hay advertencias en lugar. Se espera que mañana viernes y viernes por la noche continuemos con buen tiempo y algo caluroso. Y la posibilidad de chubascos o tronadas ocurriendo sobre el sur y por el mar abierto durante la noche. Eso es en la llegada del frente del frío. El sol salió hoy a las 6:23, y se oculta a las 5:30. Y en la luna, primero a las 11:41 sale y se oculta a las 11:58 por la noche. Muchas gracias, Angelia Guy, por esa información. Compañeros, este fin de semana va a haber calorcito hasta el sábado. Domingo baja la temperatura, lunes también baja otra vez en los 50s. Y no hay que guardar los abrigos, al contrario, hay que tenerlos fuera porque el frío va a continuar. Vamos rápidamente a una pausa, son las 7:18 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes con mucho más para este primer día del año. No se vayan.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left you with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit down park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans. More for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. Jan! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, Jan. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, Jan. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? Jan is right, you know, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTB.
But I need some salt. Jan! Two of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Exactly 28 minutes, 28 minutes after 7. Beautiful morning here, and I'd like you to join me in saying good morning and welcome to our good friend, Mr. Robert Checky Salawishus Usher.
Good morning, Salawisha. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show, the first edition in this new year of 2020. Thank God for opening a new window. And we're here with you today to bring you all the relevant information of all the updates of everything that is happening and has happening. You know, we never see we from last year. I never see Mr. Martinez from last year, but I don't know how it takes so long for make us here from last year till now, but it's there. And we are here with you, North Television Channel 10, and as we have promised that we will be doing some, I won't say improvement, but some changes in our program to make it much better for you all in this year, 2020. For the next 2 days, we will be browsing, but coming next week, then we should bring you some more relevant information.
That's exactly right. So please bear with us until then. Good morning, Checky, again.
Yes, morning.
How does this year look for you?
Why, well,
to you?
I am a very optimistic person, and I try to look at things positive. Like I looked outside a while ago, and I say everything clear, beautiful skies in the morning. Wake up this morning and say, well, it's time to go. It's like ages. You know, when it's your birthday, ages it's just a different number, but it's the way you take it and the way you program yourself and the way you set what you want to do. I'm sure, and I know that many people set up their New Year's resolution and they want this and they want that. That is good, but we have to look at ourselves as well and try to improve within ourselves to be the person who you are, but try to be a better person all the time, because nobody is perfect, and sometimes we might feel like, yeah, I this and I that. But sometimes you need to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, how I go? Where I do last year? Where I never do?
But it seems to me, well, you said a mouthful, but it seems to me that acceptance of our
errors
is very difficult for some of us to make.
Why that true? That true.
Because some of us could be looking at the problem and still blaming other people. The typical narcissist attitude.
Yes.
That it's not me, it's because he became involved and because she said that and because she bring this man and that's because all of these problems came up and then now I am the victim for everything that happened.
Yes, and when you think that, then the problems just keep on accumulating and rising more and more, and then afterwards then you start to get something against the persons around you, your work colleagues. Maybe you work at a company and say, you know, watch him because he never healed me, or a year he said this about me, and then you believe the person. He said, boy, gone at the boss man, I talk about you and the supervisor, and then instead of you try question it and talk to this person in a good way and say, man, if this person said this about me, and this they happen, and this one they talk about me, make I look for myself and I find out what have I done wrong if make this is going this way, or if it's true, because there are some people who make up stories, you know.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, some people make up story, and sometimes idle minds, you know, pa. Sometimes idle minds. So if something happened to you wrong today, you did somebody wrong, please don't wait until December 31st of this year to say, oh, I will change next year.
You see, what irks me sometimes is that people can be friends for years and years and years, and well, for some years, let's put it this way, and then all of a sudden, you get to find out that that person has been pretending all the while to you, and that the person is a fake. Because all of a sudden you don't feel comfortable alongside this person. All of a sudden you heard or saw something that indicates to you very clearly, that that person does not appreciate you at all. Because you've been hearing that person talk about you or do something about you. You know, a lot of people would want to get in, do a confrontation there, but I try my best not to do that. I try to very simply remove myself from that scene and say, tell you what, bye-bye, because I'm sorry, but I pick who I go out with. I pick who I go out with.
Yeah, but you say always, pa, the thing is that me and you could be friends for umpteen years, like how me and a friend for so long. And then
how long have you been friends?
Why?
About 40 years.
About that. And we go through really things, but that with every friendship, because if you don't need them, if you don't reach those points, then things will be building up inside. I don't need to let it go. But what if we are friends for so long, and one thing happened today, somebody go tell Papa, boy, here check it, he said this and said that about you, and this and that. I'm only using us as an example. I want to look, you take that thing, rage, and you cuss me out, and you tell me, I know I do nothing, I know I have nothing to do with you, now you look for me, now you call me. And then we have been friends for so long, and one little shush come in, or one little thing went wrong, all of that friendship for so many years just gone down the drain. That don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
But these things happen, you know, pa. Sometimes must stop talk to picnic, sometimes picnic stop talk to this one, brother stop talk to brother and sister because of shusha other people there around, or boy, I know my brother, me win this lotto, and you not give me nothing, you give that one, you not give me, what you think about me? Me now you want to say, then I think no good, man.
So true. Let's try to make good changes in our lives. First of all, like I said, look yourself in the eye. As I tell you what, Emmanuel, you're a big weakling or check it your, whatever, and say to yourself, hey, I need to get stronger. I need to get better. And confront yourself and say, tell you what, I don't like to do this, but I must do it for my own self, because the only way I'm going to grow is to accept my faults. Accept it.
Yep.
Accept my faults.
And it's never too late to apologize.
It's never too late. Like in anything else, AA or anybody else teaches you, acceptance of the fact is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. Then you begin to grow. But if you are in denial for so long, and you keep denying, then believe me, you're not going, you're only fooling yourself. You're only fooling yourself.
And you don't have to be unpersonal, because look at this. This phone was not working. Mr. Martinez said this phone will work. He accepts that this phone is not working and it needs attention.
Mm-hmm.
And attention given to the phone, and the phone is working.
That's right.
You have to accept what is wrong and tackle the problem. Not say, "Boy, well, I accept it that I did wrong with my friend or my brother." But you just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But you not go to and talk to and tell them, man, a sorrow happened, man. Because the problem is still going to be there.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And that's a good point. And one of the things that has become paramountly clear is that we are as bitter as the secrets that we keep, Sometimes you look at people and go like, oh, it looks so Christ, I guess I must have said about me sometimes, but then I would accept that. But good Lord, I try not to have any secrets. But what happened is that a lot of people hold these things and they become bitter. They become literally bitter with themselves and with other people. and that's not good. That's not good at all. Because whilst you may take that laissez-faire attitude, of let live and live and let live, other people are going to say, quite the contrary. And I invite people to be a little bit more open with themselves and be circumspect and say, tell you what, I'm a little bit of this, I'm a little bit of that, I'm a little bit of this, I'm a little bit of that. And tell you what, I feel comfortable with myself being that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the longer you take to tackle the problem, the more the problem builds up and builds up and builds up, and then it becomes a nightmare, and then it becomes something that you can't take care of. Sometimes people attack the messenger and not the message.
And it's so true. That is so true. I'd like to take time out to extend New Year greetings to my family, and also included within that family, to my very good friends across the river, Eloy and Rosie.
Top of the hill.
On top of the hill. I'm reading your messages. It says, okay, that will be good. See you Sunday. Anything special you want to eat?
What? Then I go to invitation, boy. You got a choice. Put a hug, man. Let's put a hug.
No. You know what I would like? I'm telling it publicly. One escabeche, if you
can. Well, you should have
I'm trying to drag him.
No, what you should have done, you should have just put a picture of an onion, and put a picture of a chicken, and put a picture of vinegar, and 2 pounds of tortilla, and say the sun rose, and I put the jalapeno too, and the black pepper.
If I invite you, would you go? Or you'll be abroad?
Yeah, I should be out.
Yes, I know. I just realized that.
I should be out. So,
but I try, Rose. I try.
But thanks to the invitation, But you don't have to be this Sunday. It could be the following Sunday. I want to say good morning to my good friend, to Mr. Davko. Good morning, my brother. Thanks for the nicely conversation that we shared. Mr. Davko, our man, we're really into reality, He knows what is happening, and the man left nothing behind the curtain. So I big up the man this morning.
I also say special greetings to all my lovely people in Carmelita. Dulles and Sharon and Damien and Rondine and Dr. Crystal and everybody there in Carmelita, including Mr. Davko. Yeah. Oh no. Christmas Day, I went home, and once I went home he went to his sister's home, which is where I was staying, and breakfast was rice and beans and turkey.
That means I'm gonna wake up late. Because 11 o'clock when I get up.
So hey, I don't know if you're watching, but you guys mean a lot to me. So hey, thank you very, very much for the friendship and the love and the care and everything else.
Yeah, I have a document here that we need to read, but I never charged my phone for last year. So the phone gone up, so I'll ask Rahim to send you it on Messenger. But I will charge up my phone, but we'll be taking a little break, but coming up. But we were in Belize City. We saw the New Year came in at the Radisson. You know, we were there, and things was good. I met Myrna there, and he gave me a hug. He gave me more one hug. He said,
"Good morning, happy Thursday. Have a lovely day." Myrna is sending us, every day, one of those faithful people who every day sends us a message saying, "Have a beautiful day." So, Myrna, if you're watching, I know you're watching. Thank you very much, and believe me, we appreciate it.
Yeah, she was at the Radisson, and he gave me one hug. I tell her, well, thanks for the hug. He said, I hugged enough for you, than for Mr. Martinez. The first one for Mr. Martinez, so I give you one now. So he sent me a little hug for you as well. But the Radisson was good, pa. I meet with a lot of friends there, a lot of friends from all the way back in.
My God, did Rahim just send that to me?
Yeah, things was good. Things was bright. Things were
Rahim around with you.
Yeah. Yeah. People enjoy themselves. You know, it was a good thing. What, Chris? Why? Happy New Year.
Oh yeah.
Happy New Year. Why things happen, things change. But you know, it was a good time there at the Radisson. Everybody had fun. I'd like to thank them for having Youth Collection band there, and Gil Harris 7 and the DJ that came all the way from New Jersey was there jamming also. People had fun, clean entertainment. So we say thank you and Happy New Year. And we'll take a break, and when we come back, we got some more important information to share with you all, including a family of 11 that is out of a house today. So let's take a break.
Technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Someone come, yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. What you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, know that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes, have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. All right? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. All right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never knew that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take on Lee 1 too.
All right, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 7 minutes before 8 o'clock. And what a hell. And I mean, what the hell is you come spend thousands of dollars to come to Belize, you go to Kikaka, and you go and get into the sea and you swim and then you get home and you got no water for bed.
You want to rinse off?
For bed, not only rinse off because, but hey, no, it's a hell of a situation. Made even worse because of the fact that they're having problems also with their electricity in Kikaka. Now, this was on the news on Friday, and it was the top of the news on Friday. I would imagine that by this time, given the urgency of the situation, that there has been some sort of reparation done. Mm-hmm. I would imagine.
Yep.
I would imagine. But there was a water emergency that where the water plant broke down. The water plant literally broke down and leaving the island without water for over a day now.
Over a day?
Yes, for over a day. And this was the peak of the tourism season. So you can't bathe, you can't drink water, you can't do nothing, wash your dishes, you can't do anything. And now that is, what do you do? It's not as if you're going to go out and get, why? And from the vat.
No.
They don't know. Well, if they do have vats there, it's going to be emptied quite easily, like in a couple of hours. Because if you have a connection to your vat, which I don't think people have in Kikaka. Very few people have it. Use it for drinking water for the family, but not for the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Which one? There's lots of hotels there. Condominiums.
Yes. So, what do you do? Go back into the sea and go bathe? Carry your soap and go bathe?
That's salt water.
Well, what do you do? What do you do? What would you do? The only thing is to go back into the sea, and you do like pick the carrot soap and bathe in the sea.
Yeah, because everybody can just afford to buy purified water for bathe and for do everything, you know. And I understand that per person there's a high amount of gallons of water that persons use for the day, pa.
It's 80 gallons per day that generally a tourist or anybody would use. If you take a shower, and especially if you turn on the shower, because you like when it just the water just splashes on you, you're using a lot of water, at least 25 gallons of water.
For one shower?
For one shower. And if you take 2 or 3 of them, it's already 75. If you flush the toilet so many times, that's already another 5-10 gallons. So it's easily about 80 gallons per tourist.
Why? That's a lot.
Now the strain is a lot. And like I said, if that situation with the water was not enough, residents and visitors also had to cope with power outages. Belize Electricity Limited supplies the island with electricity through diesel generation. And since the 26th of December, 2 of their diesel generating units have gone down. Since then, the power company has tried to ration through load shedding. Now, it's like I said, it's a thing and a half. You sell your rooms, but that when your guests come, you don't have water, you don't have electricity,
and there's nothing you can do.
So it's a big loss for the what you call it. But then, what do you think that was done? It wasn't done
intentionally.
Intentionally, it just happened. It just happened. But the point is, how fast they work to repair the situation is key. I don't know, like I said, if Maria Vega, I know, is the chair of the BTIA, and she had this to say: this is our peak time, and all of our investments, planning, and efforts have been to have a good economy at the time of the year. This is a time that is make or break time for this industry and the island. So hotels, owners, and tour guides were prepared to receive a massive influx of visitors for the holidays, but instead, what they've been getting is a huge volume of complaints from their guests. Well, then, of course you're going to get complaints. Of course. For several days now, Kikoka has been suffering from intermittent power and water outages, and both BWS and BIL have been unable to meet the water and electricity needs of the community during this high season. Now, let's try to put this in perspective. You said that for Lobster Fest.
By the Lobster Fest weekend, when it comes to the electricity, it was a disaster, Mr. Martinez. And that Lobster
And
Fest...
then what month was that?
Ending of June.
So, they have been having problems with electricity.
Big problem though?
Big problems from the end of June. BL, up to now, you can't repair that situation.
So what happened is, from the Friday night, Mr. Martinez, because the Lobster Fest is for 3 days, Friday night the electricity went out about 11. Completely. The whole of that area, that drive there was completely blacked out.
Pescador Drive, whatever.
Yeah.
Not Pescador Drive, whatever.
It was completely blacked out, the main area, because the Lobster Fest, they do it by the water side, no? And more closer to where the split is in that area. So the electricity gone out from about 11 at night, the main. So, okay, so the organizers say, you know what? Let's start playing on Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning. So we were out there from 11 o'clock in the morning. We never get to start playing until about 5 o'clock in the evening. There was no electricity all day. People have ice cream shop and so out there, all the ice cream melt out, everything. People got hotels wrong there. Tourists are checking out from hotels. So we start playing 5 o'clock, pa. By 5:45, Bob se fue otra vez. That time they don't change what transformer up on the post, you know. So Nothing happened. So we stayed there, can't play because the electricity is not up. So I said, okay, let's start Sunday morning early at 10 so, the band could get to play and people could enjoy. We never start Sunday playing until tried to play around 5 o'clock. Boop, say for the best. And that time the whole day BEL up on a post. I think they changed about 2 or 3 different transformers and nothing was resolved. The power went out and I think they got the DJ to start to play and about 10 o'clock.
Have they been able to ascertain what is the problem?
Well, I'm going to talk to some of the people.
Is it because the diesel generators were down?
No.
Because these generators were down, you just replaced them?
It was not the generators because...
it's not the generator.
At that time.
Something else.
At that time. Because what happened is we have one next era we had some electricity as well. But these electricity are distributed into different areas. So what happened is it gone off again. And Sunday night, Kikaka was in blackout again. I was made to understand from some of the organizers and persons around there that the transformer that they put up was a used one. So that bun, and they put one next one in the bun. So I'm going to talk to one of the guys from BL. I said, nothing going to have a problem with the line somewhere and they send some kind of shortage. So they will say like 100 yards up there, they have a little problem, so they resolve it. They tried, they work hard, In a rain too, because sometime it started rain too. But it never happened. But that's from the ending of June, Mr. Martinez. And these people know that the peak of the tourism season was upcoming.
Coming November, December.
Right? And for December, many people come out from Europe, all in a place, and they flock those areas. That time you can't get no hotel in a place. And then it happened again. So what happened that time in June, maybe after they must have put up a transformer or do something to the generator, maybe things will look normal. But when everything come down and all this big strong tower they pull, everything they pull, it got down again.
Okay.
So that from then.
So yeah, we don't know if between Lobster Fest and now, at Christmas, if the supply of electricity was intermittent or if it was steady. We don't know. But we're thinking that there may have been some problems, and we're thinking that perhaps given that Kikaka has large hotels and given the fact that they require special attention because you can't, unless you're on a line, they need to replace those generators as quickly as possible. But we know for a fact that they've been having trouble from June. As a fact, that not yesterday the things started getting trouble. That from June they have trouble. How is it that they don't repair it yet? What is it? Is it wrong decisions?
Or taking things for granted?
What is it? Wrong decisions or whatever is it? Whatever it is. I think that BL should get its act together, especially because we're dealing with a tourism destination. And what else will I do? If you can't bathe or and you can't even say your hand at the middle of the night, what the hell am I doing at that hotel?
Yeah, they have the restaurants who need water. Because the restaurants they need for stay upon the hygiene, and water is a big factor when it comes to staying on hygiene. A lot of restaurants today, a lot of clubs, a lot of nightclubs, a lot of bars, and everybody, the people pay their taxes, and they pay their bills. So now that time, the amenities supposed to be in place so that when time you're ready to take care of your customers, water is there, electricity is there. And watch what time it happened.
Well, let me tell you something. I really feel for the people from Kikaka, and I do believe that government has to put in as quickly as possible all the measures to try to repair that situation as quickly as possible. It cannot be.
One time they were saying that a line would have been run from San Pedro, because San Pedro is getting electricity. I think it comes through the Bomba area, and they were trying to see if they can run that same system to Kikaka. That was announced already, but so far maybe the project not started, maybe it's on the way, I not finished yet.
Well, BWS says that a new backup water plant is already on the island. Yeah, but it's not functional yet. So we're asking BWS, Belize Water Services, to please. Let me just quickly read. What do the utility companies have to say? Well, they've both gotten their systems back up and running, but in BWSL's case, that is not 100%. The company put out releases after saying that for the next few days, water will be supplied with a slightly lower pressure. Yes, because the company's 150,000 gallon reservoir has been depleted, and there are some works in the plant that have to continue. So we know that electricity has been restored. We know that water has been restored. But what happens is that it's going to be at less pressure, and which means it might be intermittent. But they already have. There was an interview with Dave Pascalczyk, who is the operations manager for BWS, and they confirmed that they already have a new water plant on the island for Kikaka. So it's only a matter of setting up and having it ready. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm very pleased to hear that. But what a thing when for Christmas all these people have had to lose so much money because they've invested a lot of money in having their hotels, selling their rooms and so forth, and now there are massive cancellations that happen. But then again,
yeah, and these
I think you're gonna make it back.
When you go up to mark, these hoteliers, they make sure that they do all their preparation, clean up what they need to clean up. If one need to paint, if they need to improve on their rooms, they're setting ACs in different rooms, making more space, and they prepare themselves for it. And when they come back, no water, no light.
It's a hell of a situation. It's a hell. I'd assume crash at San Pedro.
Yeah, but then like we said, this with the electricity one part, this thing start for in June. What 6 months? And the problem is still there.
It's not what we like to report, but believe me, I would call it a downright shame. It's a downright shame that has. Well, we know that BL says that the power is stable now in Kikaka. That they've done a good work. The supply of electricity is stable, and that it won't happen again. But according to Vanessa Burrell, who is the manager of corporate communications BL, she says, since the evening of December 26th, we had a failure to two of our generating units on Kikaka, and Kikaka, as you know, is the only municipality that is not connected to the national grid, and they're supplied by diesel generation. Equipment failed, and we had our staff go out to resolve the issue and conduct the repairs. So we had some intermittent outages over those few days. On Monday night, we had to conduct an emergency outage that involved some load shedding. Monday night is the 20th.
Monday was the 31st. No, Monday was the 30th. Tuesday was the 31st.
Okay. Which affected a portion of the south of the island. Our team worked, and by 8:45 in the evening, we had restored power to most of the customers that were affected, and that generating unit is back up. Today, we have 3 teams that are continuing work to repair and restore service to the 4th unit that needs to be connected to ensure that we can maintain a reliable supply to the island. Once those works are completed, there should be no need for outages or for any load shedding in Kikaka. Of course, the reporter said the tourism-related stakeholders are upset. They're saying that this is a recurrent issue. Well, we know that it's a current issue from June. Am I not right? So it says, as far as they're concerned, visitors have already started canceling the vacation because they had no water or electricity. What's the company's perspective of the fact that you guys are being attributed as part of the problem? Well, Vanetta says, of course, any lack of supply to our customers is great concern to us. Our job is to keep the lights on and to make sure that we maintain consistent, reliable, blah, 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 blah. Well, apologies, but a deed cannot be undone. It already happened. Let's hope to God that it don't happen again, because then it's going to be a big loss, a bigger loss for the people in Kikaka.
Yeah, we'd like to congratulate everyone that participated in the New Year's Day Creme Classic as well. Congratulations to the winners and everybody who participated. Emmanuel, yesterday in Cotton Tree, family of 11 lost their home. They were not home, they were out, and when they got a call saying that their house was on fire, when they got there, everything was destroyed. And that happened on New Year's Day.
And nobody was there?
Nobody was there. You know, it happened on a day when we're supposed to be together as family, and, you know, being so happy that the new year is here, setting all the plans.
Something similar happened here in Orange Walk on Christmas Day?
Right, that happened here in Orange Walk as well, and I spoke to the person. And
Can we attribute the cause to that fire?
Which one? The one in
No,
Cotton
here in
Tree?
Orange Walk.
Well, the owner of the structure was telling me he believe it's arson, but you know, nothing to prove that. But after he did his speculations and his information gathering, he said he figured out the arson. He said they make one mistake with Fien House. The next house, them one burn down, but Fien House and Pink House, it look like they targeted one Pink House, but there's two Pink House in the same area, and they gone out of Fien one. That's what he believed.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but
we don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
cannot.
honest with you.
I'm only saying what he told me. We can't say if that, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well as the one in Cotton Tree. But you know what, for me, you have a family of 11 in a house burned down and you stayed with nothing. Only the suit you got on your back. Your house gone.
Where was the family?
Well, I never really get the report about the fireman.
Where was the family?
The what?
The family
I think
from Cotton Tree.
probably they must have been out visiting families. You know, the cause of fire is not determined as yet. Well, maybe by now, but those information haven't come to our desk so far. So we can only report what happened, but we really can't say how it happened.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. Is one of the worst things that can happen is for you to lose all your property and just in the blink of an eye, no?
Yep.
And when the worst thing is when you see it happening and you can't do anything about it. Where at the end of the day, well, at least they have themselves. It's 11 of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Big loss.
God be with them, really.
Yep.
God be with them. It pains my heart to report on stuff like this, but it does happen. But I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, that sometimes we take lots of liberties that we can't afford to take. Leaving on our Christmas tree lights when we know, or our lights when we know that it's only one extension that is functioning, and left it on, make it look pretty that night.
Yeah.
It look pretty that night. But tell you what, I have actually seen one of those
extensions.
No, the whole
string of
lights catch fire on the tree, and believe me, it's not a pretty sight. you will run.
That's live current, pa.
You will run because the tree start to catch fire then, and all the things start to catch fire, and everything is just ablaze.
Quick.
And believe me, in no time, the house is on fire.
Yeah. The current to the deal with, by.
I haven't seen that part, but I've seen the Christmas tree catch fire many, many years ago.
Yep.
And it was just very simple. One smally short. Not a small little short. A short is a short. It's a small tree but it was overloaded with one leaf extension, and you can't even say a big thick extension. They just want a regularly extension, 9-foot extension, with was about 10 sets per it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Once you see light,
Cabeza.
Once you see that light, that no means it's okay. It's overloaded for one extension.
Don't do that. You touch the thing hot. It will burn. It will burn, believe me. Eventually it will. And I think that we have mentioned these things over and over and over and over again. Please don't overcharge your outlets.
And look at the gauge of extensions that you are using as well.
And if you're going to use extensions, buy extensions that are correct for you. Buy the correct amperage. Buy the heavy-duty ones.
Now just buy it for one extension.
Exactly. Because you only got $3-4 in your pocket. Buy that one because it work. Well, it will work, but it might burn down your house. Hello.
Yep. Once you see that, the cost and price that because it's not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So be security conscious, please. And I know some of those, and also some of those what you call become defective.
Yes.
Especially the Chinese stuff. Yeah. Believe me.
Yeah, look, you're going to buy a pack of light for $1.99, pa.
Huh?
I said, what you think you would get to go buy a pack of light for $1.99?
Fire in your house. That's what you're buying. Fire in your house.
And money in somebody else's pocket.
It's cheap, and they're only pretty.
Just need a light to put up, man. So we don't spend no big money. But Mr. Martinez,
be careful, man. Be careful. Be security conscious.
Yep.
Be safety conscious. And another thing is, you to sleep out your Christmas tree. If you're going out your what you call it, don't leave it on. Don't take chances. Don't take things for granted. I mean, that's unless you're absolutely sure that you just invested $200 in the best equipment there is for extensions, etc. You feel confident that what you bought is going to last you, but a lot of us don't do that.
Yeah, but you could look for a long-term investment. You buy the good extension and say, okay, ball them up good and put them up for next year because I know I don't spend my good money. So spend my good money and be safe. But Mr. Martinez, this year, we're in 2020 now, and we know the United Democratic Party have their big convention coming up here in February.
A lot of interesting things happening.
Yes, and apart from that, I was talking to an official from Elections and Boundaries, and this person was telling me, I tell her, how do you look this year? I say, well, there is the leadership convention for the United Democratic Party that doesn't require for persons to be registered to vote. I tell her, well, I don't know that. But then was telling me also, interestingly, and he said that for this referendum, because this person was telling me that maybe in July and August, they might have a lot of transfer. I was asking, he said, you might think so. He said, but for this referendum, so many people changed their address to vote for the referendum. Now, that person's assumption is that there are people going back or change to the original address. And then we have election coming up sometime this year. But then there is some by-elections that is due as well, because I was talking to this person and telling him about, a chairman from San Roman has resigned, and then a councillor died from Trial Farm. Does that require by-election? He said, yes. I tell him, what if the parties? He said, this have nothing to do with no party. If the party they want to put them people, then put them people. If not, the villagers put them. But I was also made to understand that another person resigned.
Lo and behold, I have in front of me a copy of a letter. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a copy of a letter dated December 30th that is addressed to the Honorable Dr. Carla Barnett and Minister for Rural Development, Bernard Pan. Dear Dr. Carla Barnett, I, Nathan Vasquez, current PUP councillor of the San Roman Rio Hondo Village Council, Orange Walk District, hereby tender my resignation as councillor. This will take effect on the 31st of December 2019. Sincerely, Nathan Vasquez, councillor, CC to Elections and Boundaries, and signed by Manolita Toledano, Justice of the Peace, as a way of proving that the letter is legitimate. So we have a situation in San Roman where there's going to have to be elections very shortly, because a couple of weeks ago the chairman resigned his position. Now one of the other village councillors has resigned his position. First thing that comes to mind is you're wondering what's going on. ¿Qué está sucediendo en San Román? Is it fallen expectations? What is it? Is it disillusionment with the system? What is it? What is it? But the point is that two of the people, San Roman is traditionally a bastion for the United Democratic Party, traditionally. And it was strange, in using the mildest word, to note that for the last village council elections, they went blue. So we're wondering what in the world is happening.
Yeah, the more sweep.
San Roman was typically red, but it went blue for the first time in so many years. Like I said, it's a bastion for the United Democratic Party. So we now see the current PUP leadership falling in San Roman, falling because of disillusionment with the People's United Party. Well, we can't think of anything else.
Yeah, wondering what is happening. Maybe there are persons see that too much responsibility, or their expectation that was there is not coming their way.
I think it's more the expectations that were, a lot of things goes on when people get elected to village council. By Corey, and then the politicians are behind you and they put you on the horse and then they pat the behind and tell you
the horse gone with you.
Horse gone with you. So
the horse never carry me, only you the horse carry.
Well, the point is that there's a lot of abandonment and disillusionment of those PUP persons, and they are now resigning their position in the village council. So there, by force, has to be by-elections in that area. For San Roman, you have two of them,
right?
And you also need one because of the unfortunate situation in Trial Farm. Unfortunate because of this young man who perished in open sea. Again, our sincere condolences to the family. It's not a thing that we like to report on, but it's just something that happened. The Cornell family, Cornell.
Yeah, Cornell.
Family.
But
and there by force has to be some sort of election to elect somebody to replace that person there, because or it might be kept like that for some time, but the law says that you must have a by-election.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a time span.
I'm not sure, like
that has to be
happen
filled
before such and such.
Yeah, because elections and boundaries only they know how long these seats can remain vacant, no? But like you say, it's an unfortunate situation with the one here in Trial Farm. But
the interesting one is in San Roman. What's going to happen? Because even if it's 7 controlled, and even if they call an election, and it might be that that 2 from the red go in, but then that's only 2.
Yep.
But it will still be significant. It would still be significant because it will begin to tell you that people were desperate and they made the wrong choice. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, well, let's hope if that happens, they will be able to work together for the benefit of their community as well, Mr. Martinez.
I hope so.
Because that is what any government, any village council should be doing, work for your community, man. When you live in one community, we want to say this to a community. Let's get together and get it done. Not because you got a majority, no, you say, pues no vamos a hacer nada. Deja el chairman que hace todo. Porque ese es la chairman or chair lady. No, man, we have to work together and put this thing together so we can get things done in the right way. After all, now only live there, no? Now only live there.
But it goes more than that, Chicky, because if at the end of the day, you realize that the air representative is Mr. Gaspar, and you'd like to be able to work along with Mr. Vega as the air representative, But I'm not telling you that because one of them is blue and the other one is red, you can't work together. But it would be so much better if you were all both red or both the same color, regardless. But unfortunately, that's not the situation. I'm going to be real. That's not the Well,
it doesn't work that way.
The current saying is pass and Christian pick the fuss. That's how you go. Huh? So you think that if there's any benefit to be made, that they're going to be selecting San Roman first? Hell no. Pass and Christian pick the fuss.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, sir. So the disillusionment continues. So they decide, well, tell you what, if I can't do anything for my community, then why be there wasting my time? You understand me? Well, that's left to be seen what's going to happen there. But I'm thinking that perhaps more resignations would be in order.
You see what happens sometimes, Pa? The thing is that some people, they say, pues nuestro partido ganó allá, nuestro partido. But then, me could put it as partido, but me could put it as what development can come to your village with the persons that has their name there.
Oh, but at one time it was like that, but everything is politicized now. You could name one village here in Belize where it's not political. Everything is political. Yeah. Everything is either blue or red. You can't be pink in this world. You can't be half blue and half red. Just the fact is, the reality is that you have to go with who looks out for you. That's the fact. And apparently these people in blue are not being looked after, very simply.
But you know, Mr. Martinez, in some communities, they have some of the chairman, whether opposition, and they still do good, They still do good because some of the chairman they not just sit down, then get out and get their work done, because all the time...
I agree with you. Yo Creek is one.
Yeah, most of the time...
Straight up, I tell you, Yo Creek is one.
Yo Creek?
Yes.
Okay, most of the time, Pa, most of the time they want to wait for the standard bearer or the representative to come and say, pues, queremos hacer eso, pero necesitamos el otro. When you look the era rep or the standard bearer can't give them everything, pues no vamos a hacer nada porque ellos no están dando nada. Cada uno de help with. But then you are there to work for your community. But we need to take a break.
Yes, we need to take a break. It's exactly 8:30. We'll be right back with more.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit down park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you are registered or advertising such a room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Compañeros, las 8:35 hemos estado hablando acerca de la resignación de otro miembro del concilio de San Román, un señor llamado Nathan Vázquez, que ya sabemos de que es la segunda persona y ya tenemos copia de esa carta donde mandó su resignación. La primera persona fue el chairperson, ¿no?
Yeah, chairperson.
Eso sucedió hace un par de semanas. Ahora estamos viendo que otro individuo ha resignado su posición como miembro en el Village Council. Para ponerlo en perspectiva, como lo dije en inglés, por años y años la aldea de San Román fue un gran apoyante del Partido Unido Democrático, luego que vieron muchos proyectos a su favor. ¿Okay? Muy contentos con su representante del área, el señor Gaspar Vega, que les dio un puente.
Yeah, they got the police station.
Y mucha ayuda en otros aspectos. Pues San Román era completamente pro UDP. Pero tan de repente, luego la decisión del señor Gaspar de salir de la política, entonces hubo un amorío con el Partido Unido del Pueblo. Y esta gente han entrado y han tratado de conseguir apoyo de la gente de San Román, y lo han conseguido. Tanto así de que pues el PUP ganó las elecciones en San Román por primera vez. Pero ¿qué hemos estado viendo? Una falta de apoyo. Hemos estado viendo de parte de uno al otro. Tanto así de que los miembros del concilio están resignando uno a la vez. Te preguntas, bueno, ¿qué está sucediendo en San Román que están resignando? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué es la razón? Ya van 2 en San Román que van resignando. ¿Será que han decidido cambiar su mente y están regresando al partido UDP? ¿Será que están desilusionados con el apoyo que supuestamente debió de venir del otro partido y nunca llegó? ¿Será que no son suficientemente responsables y equipados para tomar cargo de la situación y decir, ok, pues no conseguimos dinero para esto, pero vamos a ver qué podemos hacer para el pueblo? ¿Qué es la razón? ¿Por qué están resignando? Bueno, la razón quizás, la respuesta a esa pregunta quizás nunca lo llegamos a saber. Pero lo que sí sabemos es que tiene que haber una elección para reemplazar a esas 2 personas. Tanto hay esa elección en San Román como también la elección en Trial Farm para elegir a una persona que para cubrir la posición del individuo que desafortunadamente falleció. Ahí no hubo ningún pleito ni nada, sino simplemente falleció el individuo, se ahogó. Y de nuevo con nuestros más sinceros pésame a la familia. Es una pena cuando un jovencito, un líder joven, fallece, no importa de qué lado sea. Es bastante difícil, porque es todo, bueno, es una pérdida. Pero la cosa es de que este año, ya estamos el 2 de enero, entre 35 días, 38 días aproximadamente, tenemos lo que es la votación para el líder del partido. una posición clave. Eso va a suceder el 9 de febrero, ¿no? Así es.
Right, of this year.
De este año, entre muy poco. Se está acercando el tiempo, muy poco. Para ahora ya todos ya deben de haber tenido sus delegados en lugar. Ya aprobados y todo. Ahora,
está llegando nuevas personas para las diferentes posiciones también, Mr. Martínez. Porque solo el honorable Patrick Fava, que es el deputy, y el party chairman está en esta lista. Aparte de eso, son nuevas personas. Que se dice bastante también.
Exactamente. Cuando se pensaba de que, pues típicamente, ya luego de 3 veces de estar vamos a hablar la neta, 3 veces de estar en poder, 10 años, 12 años, no sé cuánto, 10 años, 2008 to 2020.
2020.
Son 12 años. Conventional wisdom, ¿cómo dirías eso en español? Sabiduría convencional dice, es más lo que la gran mayoría de gente dice, de que como van pasando los años, ese partido va quedando, es menos probable que gane las elecciones. Eso es animador para el PUP, porque finalmente dice, ajá, este año lo vamos a ganar. Pero es lo mismo que ha sucedido, han dicho años anteriores, y lo han perdido. Tanto así, que este año, cuando se está viendo un cambio fuerte en el liderazgo del partido UDP, es cuando, y entrando a la cuarta elección, posiblemente, bueno, están contestando la cuarta elección, estamos viendo de que más y más gente quiere conseguir posiciones de liderazgo dentro del partido, indicando una gran confianza en la capacidad de ese partido para poder ganar de nuevo las elecciones. Y es algo sin precedencia, porque cuando antes se encontraba que teníamos que tener convenciones para liderazgo, para posición de tesorero y de secretario y de vicesecretario y de vicelíder y para todo esto, anteriormente solo una persona corría y ya acabó, se llenaba el lugar. Ahora no, vemos una gran cantidad de gente nueva.
Para todas las posiciones.
Para todas las posiciones. Quiere decir una cosa, que hay confianza en el partido que pueda ganar otra vez este año. Ya no es del otro año, este año, en noviembre. Las elecciones, por cuarta vez.
Por eso, Mr. Martínez, los delegates tienen que pensar bien cómo va a votar. Porque tiene que ver la persona que es bueno para tu país también. Porque este convention no solo es para personas como chairman, esta elección es para el líder del partido, que puede ser el otro primer ministro de Belice también. Entonces, ustedes tienen ese en tus manos para pensar bien a quién van a elegir para líder del partido, para second leader, para chairman y todas esas posiciones. No solo ir para allá a votar para una persona porque está dando ese, está dando el otro. Y ese no es una elección de promesa. Ese debe de ser un convention que puede ver el futuro para tu partido y para tu país.
There's too much at stake for you to make mistakes when making that choice.
Yeah. Y tú tienes que tener tu mente ya asegurado cuando vas a llegar ya para votar. No cuando llegas, pues, ¿para quién voy a votar ahora? No, tú tienes que ir allá listo para hacer, ok, yo voy a votar para esa persona. Nadie va a cambiar mi mente cuando yo soy allá porque yo ya hice mi research, yo hice mi decisión y un momento de 2 minutos para una persona para decir, oye, vota para esa persona, te van a dar ese y el otro. En 2 minutos tú no debes de cambiar tu mente que ya pensaste en otra posición bastante tiempo en tu cama, está pensando.
Por más lucrativo que sea ese ofrecimiento.
Right. Hay que pensar bien qué va a hacer y debes de pensar también la persona que tú vas a votar que puede ser bueno para tu partido y para el país también, porque este año va a ser elecciones generales también. No solo para ir a votar y va a decir, ay, pues me dieron una Coca-Cola o me dieron un $2 de tacos. Es más grande que eso.
O me dieron $5,000.
Está más grande que eso.
Forma, porque pues así puede suceder. Yo digo una cosa. El consenso ahí fuera. He platicado con muchas personas y me dicen, Manuel, yo no veo cómo la gente puede votar para un partido como PUP de nuevo, porque todavía no se me olvida toda la jodida que llevamos cuando estuvo Musa de líder. Con tanta corrupción que hubo. El PUP está apuntando el dedo al UDP que es corrupto. Nunca pudo haber sido el UDP tan corrupto como el PUP, porque aquí no se escucha. Mira el NHI scandal. ¿Ah? Mira eso. ¿Quién vendió todo BTL al extranjero? ¿Quién lo vendió?
Hasta el airport, Mr. Martínez.
¿Quién tuvo que gastar mucho dinero para comprarlo de vuelta para nosotros los beliceños?
Hasta el port de Belice también. Sí. Y ese port...
Perdimos todo. Recuérdense, perdimos todo.
¿Y qué hay para mostrar para eso?
Okay. Perdimos todo. Y encima nos endeudaron con fuertes deudas. Mira el bill, ¿cómo se llama? De casi 1.2 mil millones de dólares. Claro que el UDP ha estado prestando también, pero no ha estado prestando como loco como el PUP.
Ese es el Superbond.
El Superbond, sí.
Ese es uno grande también, güey.
Seguro que sí. El UDP ha estado prestando, pero no en gran cantidad, y a los intereses grandes como el PUP.
No había una ocasión donde el partido, el país perdió como unos 10,000 con algo de unos yenes o algo así. 10 millones, ¿no?
Millones perdimos.
¿Qué era eso?
Millones. Comprábamos, es que el mercado es bastante complicado. Compras para el futuro y te dices, ok, mira, el mercado del yen va a subir tanto y tanto y tanto entre un mes y medio, 2 meses. Hay la posibilidad de que compres ahora. Es como si estuvieras comprando shares en una compañía. Y esa compañía va a sacar un producto de gran venta y va a hacer dinero. Así que tus inversiones en esa compañía van a multiplicarse. Pero no sucedió así. Ralph Fonseca, y esto ya lo dijo en su grabación. Dice, mira cómo Ralph Fonseca perdimos cuántos millones de dólares de dinero en el yen swap. ¿Ok? Compramos tanto, invertimos tanto en el yen y el yen perdió valor. Y ahí perdimos millones de dólares. Y cómo hoy puedes tú explicar que un individuo puede poner tanto dinero de nuestro dinero y comprar inversiones y en un día perder $8 millones de parte del gobierno. Él hizo su dinero, sin embargo, porque ese señor, pues, cobró por transacción, pero la pérdida fue nuestra, porque nosotros perdimos 8 o 10 millones de dólares. Mira nada más el NHI, el National Health Insurance, que hasta el día de hoy estamos colmados hasta no sé cuánto dinero que pagar. Mira nada más, cuánto dinero fue de Novelos Bosline en un día, consiguieron, no sé, 30 millones de dólares. Ponte a pensar, ¿quieres regresar tú a un gobierno igual a ese? Claro que escuchas que hay corruptos en el UDP, pero jamás al extento que el PUP. Pero el PUP va a tratar de pintarte el cuento de que mira qué corruptos son, que estos son, que el otro son. No, el economía de su cola. ¿Okay? Pero recuerda que es parte de una táctica de tratar de comparar. Saben muy bien los PUPs de que ellos han hecho un trabajo horrible, pero como dice el Misery Loves Company.
¿Qué era que el honorable Said Musa fue a decir el honorable Dean Barrow en el House of Representatives? No watch me, watch yourself. ¿Verdad? ¿Entiendes?
Uh-huh. Pero, ¿qué sucede? Escuchamos que todo lo que es el printing de Belice fue comprado por uno de los ministros anteriores del PUP, que este se ganó el otro, que este se consiguió el otro, y se han hecho multimillonarios. Ahora están desesperados para poder entrar de nuevo a gobernar, supuestamente gobernar, pero vestidos de blanco. Y falta que nosotros podamos ver los lobos detrás de ese vestuario. Consideremos muy bien esto. Que quién ha ayudado, quién ha sacado este gobierno de crisis económica ha sido el UDP en tantas veces. Primero Esquivel, luego Dean Barrow. Y eso es un hecho. Lo tiene que rescatar. No caigamos de nuevo en esos envolturas de mentiras que nos trae el PUP. Es lo que es.
Well, folks, this show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight right here on this station. Tune in to Channel 7 News tonight, and we will see the first babies that were born in 2020 in that newscast tonight. And once again, thanks for tuning in. Keep it locked into North Television Channel 10 for all the latest and good programs that we air for you. We are coming to you live from San Lorenzo Housing Site in Orange Walk, after San Lorenzo Boulevard in Orange Walk, right in front of the Orange Walk IT vet. We are on channels all over the country, different cable operators, and we are the only one in this area that are giving you open air service as well. So thanks for tuning in, and if the good Lord so will, we'll be back tomorrow. Keep it locked into North Television Channel 10.
¿Qué más nos queda sino darle las gracias a ustedes y hoy, 2 de enero, pues desearles todo lo mejor, ¿verdad? Para el futuro y en particular para estos días, para estos meses, que nos llene de que Dios nos llene de mucha sabiduría y que nos dé mucha fortaleza para poder seguir adelante. Compañeros, tengan un bonito día. Nos vemos, primero Dios, mañana a la misma hora. Se cuidan.
Have a wonderful day.
City Morning Show.